What's up guys, it's Jon Tober. I want to share some great information about today's market. A lot of changes in today's market. Had a lot of great conversations with about 50 different agents about mortgage rates, where they're going, market conditions, and then how to adjust with today's market. There's just been some changes that we all want to be prepared for. Mortgage rates are a big topic. So we've seen rates spike in a big way over the last couple of weeks really, but mainly in the last couple of days. Rates have started in the low sixes, what we've seen, and we're also seeing in the mid sixes. We're gonna see rates go higher as well in the upcoming months. So we want to prepare for that. These are all good things to be, to embrace in our market. It's just one of those things that we're trying to do to fight inflation. The Fed will meet today at 1 o'clock and they will most likely increase the Fed rates by 0.75%. So there will be more Fed meetings. They meet every 6 weeks, and with those meetings we should start to see additional increases in the Fed rates, which don't always have an impact with mortgage rates. If you're a buyer in today's market, here's what you want to prepare for. Mortgage rates are going up, so you want to reconnect with your mortgage lender and talk to them about preparing for higher rates. So higher rates look like anything that's going to be close to high sixes, possibly low sevens, mid sevens. So those are the conversations you want to have. Talk to them about locking the rate in advance, so you can lock a mortgage rate before you contract. That way you can hedge the market and capture rates before they start adjusting, because rates will go up. This is all good things. The way it impacts today's housing market has a lot to do with inventory. So there's been a housing war between an intergenerational combination of buyers. You have baby boomers, you've got millennials, you have Generation X, and if you look at these buyers over the last few years, they've all been competing. You got millennials that are purchasing first-time buyer homes, along with the older generation millennials that are buying move-up properties. Baby boomers are the exact same thing, but it's on a different spectrum. Baby boomers are either moving down in property, or some of them are moving up. So they've been competing against the market over the last couple of years. So this is good stuff. What's going to happen with these higher rates is we should start to see a slow in demand for properties, which is going to do great things for inventory, and it's also going to do great things for today's buyer. So what that looks like in today's market is you'll start to see sellers having to compete more. So as the inventory starts to climb, there's going to be more sellers trying to compete to win these buyers that are making offers, which is great. It's also going to be more flexibility for buyer negotiations, which is nice. And price improvements. So price improvements, I do want to add, guys, it's not value deduction, it's price improvements. So realtors have had a really tough time to forecasting where these values are going to go with home values, with home prices. And so now that we start to see this change in our environment, we're starting to see that price improvements to catch up with today's market. Because when you look at an appraisal value is really going to be based on the past value of what's closed in the area similar to the property that you're under contract on. So realtors are going to start to have these conversations with their sellers, letting them know that the inventory is starting to change, which means that there will be price improvements, which is great. So price improvements is a great thing. It's a great time to be a buyer and lock into mortgage rates before they start to continue to go up. Mortgage rates going up is a good thing. How do buyers adjust? This is what I wanted to share with you guys, because these are the conversations we had with our realtors. Some of the ways to adjust in a rising rate environment has a lot to do with understanding what options are available. So you'll want to ask questions with your lender about a 2-1 buy down. 2-1 buy downs are a great way to hedge the market as well. The way it works is exactly the way it sounds. So if you start with let's say a rate of 6.5%, and you do a 2-1 buy down, that first rate is going to be 2% below market rate. So now you're looking at a 4.5% rate for the first year. It will be fixed, but the year after will go to 5.5%, and the year after that will be the rate you started, which is 6.5%. Also helps you with upcoming rate changes. So anytime there's some abrupt changes in mortgage rates, there's going to be some other economic implications. So what could happen is mortgage rates could go back down in the next 12 to 18 months. So we could see rates go lower, which means more refinance opportunities to lower the mortgage rate. So that's a 2-1 buy down. There are some additional costs to it. So it's not something that's going to be a base rate fee. You'll want to talk to the lender about the cost involved to get there. But here's the thing, if sales prices are improving, there's probably some room in value to, rather than make your offer with the seller to reduce the sales price, keep the sales price the same, have the seller pay for your 2-1 buy down fee to get into the property. You will save more in your monthly budget that way than if you were to just lower your sales price. So that's one way. Renovation loans. So as the inventory starts to grow, we're also going to see a lot of inventory that needs help. Help meaning not move-in ready. And that's a good thing because these properties will be on the market for a longer time. You'll have more negotiation power with these houses, and it'll allow you to do the improvements to reach the property you want in the payment scenario and in the budget that you want to be in. So renovation loans are a great tool. We're starting to see a growth in renovation loans right now based on where things are headed in our market. So renovation loans are a good tool. Third, to prepare for this market as a buyer is going to be to take a close look at your budget. You want to look at all the subscriptions you are paying and remove the fluff. Let's just get rid of the stuff that you don't really need. Buying a home is a great way to invest. It's a lot better than putting money in stocks and bonds right now. They're just not at a great rate of growth. So that is the third thing. Okay, so what are the advantages of buying a property? Well, when you look at real estate, definitely doing better than stocks, and it's a great way to put your money. So if you're buying, let's use simple math, right? So if you have a house at 100,000 and you kept it for 5 years at a 5% appreciation rate, then after that 5-year period, that property is now worth 125,000. So your 100,000 turned into 125,000 for simplicity purposes. If you put 5% down, which is 5,000, that $5,000 investment turned into 25,000 in that 5-year period. So you have a 500% growth on your investment. So real estate buying is still a great way to purchase. It's still one of those things that you want to get into and learn more about. Not everybody's going to be in the position to purchase. Mortgage rates rising is part of our market conditions. It's nothing to be concerned about or be worried about any changes in a market that's going to implode or explode. Definitely not the case that we had in 2008. So today is just a different market. So guys, that's what I have. Hopefully I have some value for you today. See you soon. Bye.